Hello everybody, how is it going? I haven't been able to do a live in a while, so it feels really good to be back here. So in this video, I want to talk about the two types of new coaches. What does that mean? When you're a new coach, so I was looking through all of the entries. We have an incredible Facebook group just for coaches. And if you're part of our Facebook group, we asked you some questions and we read those questions and we read the answers. We read the answers to really know what's important to you and where you guys are coming from and what your top questions are. And the thing that I keep seeing again and again and again is, I'm just getting started. I'm new. I'm just getting started. I don't know exactly what to focus on. I don't know how to get clients. I just don't know exactly what to do. And so I want to talk about two types of new coaches. If you are a new coach, you actually fall into one of two categories. Most of you are coming, okay, so the majority of the people that we speak to, and again, we've supported over 1,000 coaches that we speak to, are coming from the 9-to-5, from corporate world. They've had a job and they're trying to do this either as a hobby or they're trying to do this full time. We work and support coaches who are really committed to coaching and they want to do this full time. And so if you're coming in with some sort of background. Now, within the two categories of new coaches, category number one is going to be someone who's really coming into this and they're just like, I don't know what I want to coach on. I'm new to the world of coaching. I know that I want to coach. I know that I want to inspire people. I want to work with people. I love people. And I have a message. There's like work that I want to do, but I don't know exactly what that looks like. I don't know exactly who I want to work with. I don't know my niche. I just don't know exactly what that looks like. So that's coach number one. There is no one is better than the other. They're just different, right? One of them is like coming in, feeling super fresh, super new, no idea about niching, no idea where to start, no idea how to get started in terms of clients. They're kind of going to a bunch of trainings and figuring out, what am I supposed to be doing? That's coach number one. The other coach is someone that's coming into coaching as coaching is new for them, but their work is not new to them at all. So we've had clients that we work with have, been an instructor, or they've been in their space for over 30 years, over 20 years. That's a different kind of coach, right? You're coming in with 10, 5, 7, 30 plus years of experience, and your focus in terms of how you're going to be growing your business is going to be different from the first kind of coach that we talked about. If you are the second kind of coach, what you're coming into, you're probably thinking, okay, I have over 30 years of experience, I have over 20 years of experience, I have over 5 years, 3 years, whatever it means. You have experience. You have done this. Maybe you did it yourself, with yourself. Maybe in your job, you were doing this work that you now want to bring into the world of coaching. But you have experience. You know how to do the thing. You don't need to learn how to, suppose you are you want to be a marketing coach, but you've never done marketing. You're like, oh, there's so many things I need to learn. No, for this second kind of coach, you're like, I am a marketing pro. I've done marketing in my sleep and during my waking days, and I know marketing in and out. Different kinds of coaches, different kind of focus. For the first coach, the coach that doesn't have just this acumen and they don't know exactly where they want to focus, they're like, there's so many things I could do. There's so many people I could work with. I could work with everybody, right? For that coach, your first steps are going to be different from the second kind of coach. For the first kind of coach, we are going to work on, so we talk about the 7 steps of profitability. You guys should go to highticketclientonline.com, figure out where in the 7 steps you are. We have a quiz, we have an ebook about it, we have a gazillion resources for you to figure out exactly where you are in the 7 steps. So for the first coach, step number 1 is going to be really important. Step number 2 is going to be pretty important as well. What are steps number 1 and 2? Step number 1 is, do you have alignment with who you are and who you want to be and the sort of life that you want to have? And how does that fit in with the sort of life that you're looking and you're working on creating through your coaching work, through your coaching career? Now, for step number 2, this is where niching comes in. And for some of you guys are like, I can work with everybody. I just want to do this work. And if making money is a priority for you, we're going to have to focus. We're going to have to rein in the I can work with everybody. Remember, for at least the people that we speak to, and if you're here and if you're catching this on the replay or if you're catching this live, You're probably here because you're not just trying to do this as a hobby, you're you're committed to doing this as a profession, as a career. If you're committed to do things as a career, then you, at the beginning, niching and finding, so USGA, we talk about USGA, urgency, specificness. It has to be an identifiable group of people that gathers on the internet in the tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of people, the ability and the willingness. Your USGA has to be strong. Now, for the second group of coaches, the USGA is often more clear, right? So when we have the 7 steps of profitability for coaches, for the first set of coaches, it's going to take a little bit longer, but it's okay because you at least know exactly what the steps that you need to be following are. So you're just going to go through the steps. Step number 1, step number 2 are going to be really important. If you're the second kind of coach where you have, you've been doing the thing that you want to coach about for 20 years, 30 years, 5 years, whatever it is, this stuff, then it actually makes your life a lot more simple, right? Maybe you don't know how to do this thing as coaching. Maybe you don't know how to turn your expertise into a business, but it is pretty simple as just following the recipe for building, making a cake. And so the good news for you is that you have a little bit less work to do because you have so much experience. Then all you have to do is you have to do a little bit of market research, not enough market research. We guide you on that. You have to define your USGA. USGA is going to be important. You have to figure out where your people are hanging out and will you have access to them, right? And then for you, it's going to be pretty quickly into step number 3, which is now when you actually create your offers, your packages, your positioning, all of the things that actually create, like, what is going to be your program? Are you going to be doing one-on-one? Are you going to be doing group coaching? Are you going to be doing a hybrid? Are you going to be doing, a course? Are you going to be, this strategy is going to be dependent on so many factors that are unique to you. Anybody who tells you that one size fits all, like this, everybody should be doing this, don't run away really fast, because sometimes what happens is, especially as a beginner coach, you'll think like, but, Tony Robbins is doing this, Russell Brunson's doing this, Brendon Burchard is doing this. It's like, guess what? Yeah, they are, but they also have millions of followers. They also have an email list that has a gazillion people. You don't even have an email list. You have an audience in your niche, in your space, in your audience, in your like industry of maybe dozens, maybe 0, maybe hundreds, right? The strategies that work for these big name people are not the same strategies that are going to work for someone who's just getting started, especially if you don't have a huge audience. Even if you have a huge audience, we've worked with those people, even if you have a huge audience, it doesn't mean that you have a monetized audience. It doesn't mean that you have an audience of people that are there to be buyers. Maybe you have an audience that, 10,000, 100,000, 50,000 people, but are they those sort of people that want to buy from you, right? So super, super important. And so again, we have 2 types of coaches. The sort of coach that's coming into this, they don't really know what their focus is going to be. They're trying to figure that out. If you're trying to figure that out, that's perfectly beautiful. Welcome to the world of coaching. Make sure, if you're in both buckets, you want to make sure that you have the right guidance, especially if you're in the first bucket. It's going to be so important for you to have the right guidance so you don't get lost just in the world of like, well, there's so many things that I could do, and you're doing all the things, but you're not getting clients, right? And if you're in the second group, I have good news for you, because it's just going to be so much easier. It's going to be so much more easeful for you to bring on clients, for you to create your programs, because you already have so many years, so much, experience behind you. And again, experience doesn't mean you got a degree in the thing. It doesn't mean that you have certifications in the thing. Those are nice to haves, but maybe you have, 10 years, 7 years, 5 years, 20, 30 years of experience because of your lived experience. Maybe you're a mom, right? Maybe you're a dad. Maybe you've been a CEO for so many years. Maybe you've been, think of whatever it is that you're doing in corporate America. Maybe you're in real estate. Maybe you're right? We have people coming into coaching from so many industries. And then you can take the stuff that you know how to do, plus your own experiences, and you create something that's yummy and unique, and that nobody else in the world can recreate but you. And that's why this world needs you. So again, we have 2 types of coaches when you are a new coach. There's the more seasoned, experienced person who's going to go a little bit faster through the 7 steps to profitability. And then there's someone who's coming in, they're like, I know that I want to be a coach. I want to inspire. I don't know exactly who I want to work with or on what thing I want to work with. And for both of them, the strategies are going to be different in terms of how you approach starting your business, how you approach growing your business, how you approach bringing in clients. And it's going to be important that you have the right support. So let me know what was a takeaway from that, what was powerful for you. Remember that here at highticketclientonline.com, we are here for you coaches. We are here to help you fill up your coaching business with leads, to close more sales and to make more impact in the world, because that's why you're in it in the first place. So coaches, it's Friday. Hopefully you've had a beautiful week. You are beautiful people who have an incredible gift to share with this world. This gift needs to be shared. Please make sure that you keep sharing your light. The world needs you exactly as you are. Your unique experiences, your unique expertise create something that the world has never seen before. So for one, I am so grateful that you exist, that you're here in our world. And make sure that you go on over to highticketclientonline.com, where we have incredible resources, a free resources hub for you. We have ebooks, we have trainings. Make sure you sign up for our newsletter. We have our YouTube channel. There's a gazillion ways to get support from us. And if you want to work with us one-on-one, through our programs, we actually do very, very little one-on-one. But if you want to work with us through our programs in which you get incredible support that's personalized just for you, just let us know. You know where to find us. Send us a DM. All right, guys, have an amazing Friday.